Welcome to this Beca Creates tutorial on how to complete the magic circle for crochet. Now this is often the start of an Amigurami project. Amigurami is a Japanese term which describes crocheting small characters, usually animals, that type of thing, teddies. So the magic circle is the center point that you then will expand around to kind of create a head. So it's essentially the top of a head normally. Now to do this today, you're going to need some yarn or wool or other string-based product. Today I'm using Drops Paris recycled denim, and you're going to need a crochet hook. Today I'm using a 4.5mm hook. So to begin, you want to take the tail end of your yarn and you want to pin that using your thumb against your middle finger. We're not going to use these two fingers here. They are out of the equation, so to speak. So what you want to do is you want to wrap that yarn around those two fingers, pulling it underneath, and then you want to go over the top, creating a cross, creating an X, as you can see there. And then we want to pull that strand back around. And what we've done there is we've created, this is the second one, we've created two lines with a cross on the underside. So then you want to pin that yarn somewhere secure, just so you don't end up with the working yarn constantly pulling in, because it won't let you make a circle. So I've got this a little bit loose here just to be able to work. And next we want to take our crochet hook and we pop our crochet hook underneath the first strand of yarn, which is closest to your nails. And then what we want to do is we want to grab the yarn from the other side and then twist your hook to create a kind of twisted loop there on your crochet hook. So we'll just do that once more to be nice and clear. You want to pop your hook under that first strand, grab the second one, and if you look, I've got my hook tilted downwards. As we come around, we tilt the hook the other way. So now the head of my hook is pointing upwards. And there we've got our two strands still clearly identified. We then want to go under this strand again, the strand that you've just grabbed that loop and twisted under the first one. And you want to grab a little piece of that and we want to pull it through that loop that is already there on your hook. And that right there is your magic circle. So I'm going to do that once more, just for those of you that are struggling and perhaps need it again. So we take the yarn, we place it on our palms. We're not going to be using these two bottom fingers. We want to hold that tail. I find it easiest using my thumb against the middle finger. We then want to wrap the yarn around. So wrap it towards your nails. We then want to create a cross, wrapping it then towards your palm and pulling it under. So now we have an X, and on the other side we have the two loops. You can secure those both together now, however's easiest. Then what we want to do is we want to take our hook underneath that first loop. We want to grab hold of that second loop with the head of our hook pointing down, and as we bring it around, you want to turn the hook around so that the head is facing upwards. Then we want to grab that same strand, the one that was nearest our palms originally that we've already twisted. We want to grab that again, and we want to pull that through the loop that we have on our hooks. There we go. So that there is the start, the foundation of your magic circle. Now what your pattern will tell you to do is to begin to single crochet into this circle so that you can then pull it tight and begin the actual crocheting post the magic circle. So to do so, what you want to do is you want to pop your hook into the circle, make sure it's going under the side that has the circle and also has the tail, and you want to do your work around both of those strands. So we're going to grab our yarn there, pull it up, and this can be quite fiddly, unfortunately. That is the nature of it. So we've got one there. Now we can complete a second one. Usually our pattern tends to call for 6 of these. There we go. We're going to go through, and as you can see, I'm still keeping these two strands together, making sure that I am constantly doing my work over both of them. So there we've got 3 little V's, we've got 3 stitches. There we go, so this is our 4th one. I'm trying to do this quite slowly for you so that you can keep up with me. Next, we're going to do our 5th one, again making sure we're going over both of those strands. It's very important that we keep the tail within the work. And for our 6th and our final stitch, there we go. We now have 6 stitches there in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we do now to finish this magic circle is we take this tail yarn, might be longer for you, and we give that a little pull. And if I can try and keep my hands out of the way, there we go, I'll take that off the hook, so that's what the hook should be on, in there. We pull that tail and we close that circle. There we go, so that forms the magic circle, and that's normally the top of the head. It could be something else in your pattern, but generally in my experience, that tends to be the way. And then we can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little V's. So that's our first one. Patterns now may require you to chain one or something along those lines, but once you're ready to begin working on those 6 stitches, you would put your crochet hook into there, which I have unfortunately done quite tightly, so I'm going to find it easier to bend the other way and use that pointy smallest part of the hook. You pop it through, you crochet, and from now on we're going to be working around that magic circle in a circle formation. I didn't crochet a hook there, just for clarity purposes. I've removed my hook without. That's how to complete the magic circle.